Hi, my name is Christian Rowland, and today I'm going to be discussing the film Get Out. Get Out is an American-made movie that was written and directed by Jordan Peele, a comedian and also an actor. The film was released in 2017 and is a horror/thriller about race and stereotypes in America. The movie is based on a young man named Chris. He's a black male and he dates a white woman named Rose. One weekend, Rose suggests to Chris that they should go and meet her parents, and Chris agrees. But Chris is afraid because he doesn't think that Rose has told her parents yet that he's black. Rose assures him that it's okay because they do not care if Chris is black, and she says that in fact, if her father could have, he would have voted for President Obama for a third term. This makes Chris feel more comfortable, and so he decides to go along. What he doesn't realize, though, is that in reality, Rose's family is running a secret organization where they take black bodies and use them as vessels. In the film, stereotypes are used to display the harsh reality of America today. For example, in America today, we might see one race as being physically superior to another. For example, blacks. Sometimes people look at blacks as having physical attributes that are more superior than other races. And we might look at Asians as being more smart or intelligent than other races. And this comes up in a very important scene in the movie. Rose's parents invite the entire neighborhood to a huge gathering at their house. While they're at their house, Chris realizes that he's one of the only black people there. And while he's there, he's being inspected by all of Rose's white neighbors. They begin to ask him weird questions like, how strong are you? Or how fast are you? And he finds this very weird and odd, but they don't seem to mean any harm by it. But as the scene progresses, you start to see that they have their own stereotypes about African Americans or black race. They believe that because Chris is black, he's faster, stronger, and more physically built than their race. And this is important because in today's society, we still do this to certain races. Here's that clip.
Gordon and Emily, this is Chris. Chris, this is Gordon and Emily Green.
Chris, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Nice to meet you indeed. Oh, that's quite a grip.
Oh, thank you. You too, man.
You ever play golf?
Once. A few years ago. I wasn't very good.
Gordon was a professional golfer for years.
Oh, you kidding?
Well, I can't quite swing the hips like I used to, though. But, I do know Tiger.
Oh, that's great.
Super.
Gordon loves Tiger.
Oh, best I've ever seen, ever. Hands down. So, Chris, let's see your form.
This is Nielsen and Elisa.
Hey, how you doing?
So, how handsome is he?
Are you handsome?
Okay.
Oh.
Not bad. Hey, Nielsen? So, is it true? Is it better?
Wow.
Fair skin has been in favor for the past, couple of hundreds of years. But now the pendulum is swung back. Black is in fashion.
Pardon me, I'm gonna take some pictures.
Sure.
In the scene where Chris is at the dinner party and he's being inspected by all of the Armitage's friends and family, I really like the actors that Jordan Peele got to portray this scene. For such a sensitive subject, they made it seem so calm, and they brought the questions up out of curiosity, making it seem like just a regular dinner conversation or regular table talk. And that was great acting in my opinion. Towards the end of the movie, Chris finds himself trapped in the Armitage's basement. Suddenly, the grandpa explains to Chris why he's trapped there. The grandpa tells the story of when he was a young man racing in the Olympics against Jesse Owens. He feels that Jesse Owens only won and beat him because Jesse Owens was black. And therefore, the grandpa devoted his entire life to figuring out why black people are genetically superior to whites. After being dissatisfied with his own body, the grandfather decided that it was time to take his soul and implant it into a black body. and this is the entire plot of Get Out. The grandfather has found a way to take his brain and put it into a black person's body, therefore being able to control the black person and use all their physical attributes while maintaining control of his own mind and soul. Here's that clip.
Beat by Jesse Owens in the qualifying round for the Berlin Olympics in 1936. Those are the ones where
Owens won in front of Hitler.
Yeah, what a moment, what a moment. I mean, Hitler's up there with all his perfect Aryan race bullshit. This black dude comes along, proves him wrong in front of the entire world. Amazing.
Tough break for your dad, though.
Yeah. He almost got over it.
I'll control the motor function, so I'll be...
Me. You'll be me.
Good. Good. You got it quick. Good on you.
Why us? Huh? Why black people?
Who knows? People want to change. Some people want to be stronger, faster, cooler.
Black is in fashion.
But please don't lump me in with that. You know, I could give a shit what color you are. No. What I want is deeper. I want your eye, man. I want those things you see through.
This is crazy.
Okay, I'm done.
It would be scary to think today that someone would do this to our friends or our family because of the way we perceive stereotypes. And even though it's an extreme case of the worst of what could happen, it's something that's not far off from being believable. And that's what makes this movie such a masterpiece, is that these things happen in today's society, and yes, they may seem...
With the way things are today, this movie is very interesting to watch. I found it relating to a lot of the things that happen in our own society today, dealing with racism, social issues, and stereotypes. And though this movie kind of downplayed what really goes on in America, it showed a horror that is associated with it. And even though I did it in a thriller movie type of way, it was relatable to the way that we see and the horrors that we see in our own society today. Stereotypes have always been around. Racism has always been around. And though we try and combat and fight that every day, as a people and together, it's still embedded and it's a part of our history. And what this movie did was show us how extreme we can make stereotypes and racism if we continue down the wrong path.
But if someone were to really care enough, they could become reality. Types are so deeply ingrained in our culture and our society that I wouldn't be surprised if there are people out here that still feel like this. And the fact that this movie highlighted those feelings and showed them to their extreme makes it interesting in the world we live in today. Jordan Peele explained how stereotypes are dangerous in today's society. When we think about them, just as the grandfather did, we can sometimes become obsessed with them and start to believe that they are true, just like the grandfather. He thought that the only reason why he lost to Jesse Owens was because Jesse Owens was black. Therefore, he dedicated his entire life to figuring out a way to either make himself better, faster, and stronger. And once that was unsuccessful, he decided that the best way was to just transfer his mind into that of a black body.
In conclusion, Get Out did a great job of bringing stereotypes and racism into a new light. These ideas still linger in a lot of our heads, and though we may not want to accept them or even acknowledge them, they're there. And what Get Out did was make us realize that because these ideas are in our head, we have to work extra hard to make sure that we don't exhibit display, or use any of these ideas on other races. In order to be better, we have to start somewhere. And that starting somewhere is acknowledging and recognizing all of the stereotypes and racism that we have in our past, and learning how to combat that, how to be better, and how to rise above it. Thank you.